Hello and welcome back to Film Exaggeration. And with keeping with the theme of David Fincher Month, we'll be looking at what many consider to be his magnum opus, Fight Club. Released in 1999 based on the 1996 novel of the same name, Fight Club actually stirred up quite a bit of controversy when first released, and despite some strong criticism and bombing domestically, the film has gone on to be hailed as a modern classic. Currently residing at number 10 on IMDb's Top 250, and with author Chris Palahniuk saying it was an improvement over his book. Most praise going to the acting, direction, and Brad Pitt's character Tyler, but most movie fans have very little negative things to say about it. And now we'll see if I, a movie fan who found plenty of flaws in The Dark Knight, can say that Fight Club is as good as fans say. Now I know what you're thinking. Norty, didn't you compare Wanted to Fight Club? That means you've seen it, and you can't review a movie you've seen on Film Exaggeration. Well, you're right. That's why I have this. This is a film Tagmentum alternator. Basically, I can use it to erase any film from my memory. I got it from some guy who came out of a wormhole. I don't know why everything interesting to me happens between reviews. But anyway, Fight Club. Alright. Here we go. If this doesn't work and it accidentally erases my memory of signs, which is pretty much the only reason I'm here, I just want you all to know I cannot get through 2001: A Space Odyssey. I just wanted to let you all know that. Here we go. I guess it worked. Still remember signs, so that's good. What was I reviewing again? Yeah, Fight Club. Let's watch. So the movie starts out, as most David Fincher movies do, with an awesome title sequence. Well, at least we know the music's gonna be awesome. We then meet our main character, Edward Norton, playing a character named Narrator. Yeah, I really don't know his name. Because he's like you! He's a hard-working, middle-class American. And it looks like the movie isn't going to last very long as someone has a gun in his mouth about to pull the trigger.
For a second, I totally forget about Tyler's whole controlled demolition thing, and I wonder how clean that gun is.
Spoiler alert. But that all turns out to be a flash forward to later in the movie because that never is annoying, and we cut back to when the narrator met a guy named Bob, aka Bitch Tits, played by Meatloaf. They're at a support group for men with testicular cancer because men. He goes on to explain that he suffers from insomnia and... Wait, what the hell was that? Anyway, he works for a traveling automobile company where he spends most of his time bitching about modern consumerism America.
Like so many others, I had become a slave to the IKEA nesting instinct, the Klipsk personal office unit, the Hovatrek home exerbike, or the Ohaneshov sofa with the string green stripe pattern, even the Rizlampa wire lamps of environmentally friendly unbleached paper.
Now that's the American way, bitching about things that annoy us and then going on to buy those things that annoy us so that we can blame others for selling us those things that annoy us. So it seems our narrator has it pretty good. His job pays well enough that he can afford this nice apartment with all this good stuff, but he still suffers from insomnia and his doctor won't get him any medication. He tells him to go down to the support group and... whatever. He does go down to the support group where... What the fuck? Seriously, what is that? Forget it. So he meets Bob and we get a nice little moment where we learn all the bad things that happened to him after he got cancer. He tells the narrator that it's okay to cry, and so he does.
Babies don't sleep this well. I became addicted. They cried harder, then I cried harder.
Oh, so you use other people's pain and misery to make yourself feel better. You know, we have names for people like you. They're called assholes, or liars, or sadists, or a more recent one, trolls. Seriously, I just got done watching a movie where all the main characters were assholes. I don't need another. How far are we into this movie? Fuck. Alright, we'll get through this next part pretty quickly. So he goes to a bunch of different support groups, one of which involves the narrator meeting a talking penguin. It's surreal, man. And one day he meets Marla Singer, played by Helena Bonham Carter.
This chick, Marla Singer, did not have testicular cancer. She was a liar.
So are you.
Her lie reflected my lie. And suddenly, I felt nothing. I couldn't cry. So once again, I couldn't sleep.
Wait, he's actually getting comeuppance for his lie? Well played, movie. He spends a few minutes bitching about her, but you know what? At least she's honest about being a complete bitch.
Oh God, why are you doing this?
It's cheaper than a movie and there's free coffee.
So she's a lot more interesting than you. I'm gonna say this. The narrator is not interesting. And it seems they really want him to be when you give him lines like this.
Every time the plane banked too sharply on takeoff or landing, I prayed for a crash or a mid-air collision. Anything.
Why? Do you have depression? Schizophrenia? Are you a sociopath? Let me know something about you besides the fact that you get off from other people's misery. Now, if you want a real interesting character, meet Tyler Durden, played by Brad Pitt. This guy is awesome. You see, he actually gives reasons for bitching about modern American culture. Hell, he flat out embraces it, selling soap.
Did you know if you mixed equal parts of gasoline and frozen orange juice concentrate, you can make napalm?
Alright, movie, you have my attention. Let's get this ball rolling. Wait a minute. Wasn't he that image that kept popping up earlier? Was there a point to that? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. After a brief glimpse of pre-9/11 airport security, the narrator returns to his apartment to find it has been destroyed by an explosion. And hey, more bad things happening to a character who deserves it. You see, it's not that fucking difficult to do! He decides to call Tyler and they meet up at a bar.
Problem handled. I had it all. I had a stereo that was very decent, a wardrobe that was getting very respectable. I was close to being complete.
But I still hate those companies for selling them to me. Fucking bastards.
500 channels. Some guy's name on my underwear. Rogaine, Viagra, Olestra.
Martha Stewart.
Fuck Martha Stewart.
Hey, Martha Stewart is a lovely woman. Shut up. The narrator tells us a little more about Tyler Durden, including his part-time job as a projectionist.
Like splicing single frames of pornography into family films.
Nobody knows that they saw it, but they did.
A nice big cock.
God, I love this guy. Man, do I wish he was the main character. What? They go outside and straight out of nowhere, Tyler tells the narrator to punch him.
Motherfucker! You hit me in the ear!
I don't have anything to say to that scene, I just thought it was funny. The two get into a fist fight, and this spirals into a series of events that leads to them creating the titular Fight Club.
The first rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club.
Well, shit. Guess I'm in trouble because I was talking about it. Hello?
Soon, Norty. Very, very soon.
So Tyler and Marla meet and start up a sexual relationship.
She invaded my support groups, now she'd invaded my home.
Hey.
My God, this guy's the equivalent of a boy complaining that his little sister gets all the attention. Also, your inner monologues are starting to get really annoying. Please stop.
It's a bridesmaid's dress. Someone loved it intensely for one day, then tossed it.
You see, narrator, even crazy Helena Bonham Carter makes better social commentary than you. Tyler shows the narrator how to make soap using the fat from the liposuction clinic. Again, really clever. This movie really does have some brilliant moments, like when Tyler burns the narrator's hand to teach him a lesson about...
You have to consider the possibility that God does not like you, never wanted you. In all probability, he hates you. This is not the worst thing that can happen.
It isn't.
We don't need him.
Yeah, that. Bob joins the Fight Club. In fact, a lot of new people do, and this causes Tyler to take notice.
Look around. I see a lot of new faces. Shut up! Which means a lot of you have been breaking the first 2 rules of Fight Club.
That actually brings up a good question. How do you expect people to join if you don't talk about it? Unless you expected them to tell people because of that rule. Oh my god, this guy's a genius! He even manages to get the owner of the bar to let them keep their club in his basement by acting like a lunatic, which begs the question, did this guy think Tyler was sane beforehand? The narrator goes into his boss's office where he threatens to blackmail the company if he doesn't keep him on payroll. The boss tries to call security, but the narrator does the sensible thing and beats the shit out of himself.
No!
Wait a minute, this is just like that other movie I once reviewed called Wanted. As the Fight Club starts to grow, Tyler starts giving out new orders for the members to do. This includes small acts of terrorism, fucking with people, and threatening people if they don't follow their life's ambitions. One of these things doesn't fit.
You're not how much money you have in the bank. Not the car you drive. You're not the contents of your wallet. You're not your fucking khakis. You're the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
Okay. The next 20 minutes are pretty much Tyler building up his own personal army as the terrorist acts begin to get bigger and more frequent. As the narrator begins to question things, the others let him know what's up.
Sir, the first rule of Project Mayhem is you do not ask questions, sir.
I don't know what to say to that. That's actually kind of terrifying. Project Mayhem attacked the police commissioner and threatened to take his balls if he doesn't call off the investigation.
Look, the people you are after are the people you depend on. We cook your meals. We haul your trash. We connect your calls. We drive your ambulances. We guard you while you sleep. Do not fuck with us.
Yeah, fuck the 1%! Ow. The narrator starts to go crazy as he nearly kills a guy during one of the fights, and to be fair, it's not completely unwarranted, as Tyler has been leaving him out of the loop on Project Mayhem.
Fuck Fight Club, fuck Marla, I am sick of all your shit.
Okay, man. Okay.
Quit screwing around. Take the wheel.
Look at you.
Take the wheel.
Look at you! You're fucking pathetic!
Why? What are you talking about?
Why do you think I blew up your condo?
I think a better question would be, how did you know where his apartment was, and if he told you on the plane, how did you get there so fast that you were able to blow it up before the narrator even got home? Is the movie going to explain how that's possible? Really? Alright. Tyler crashes the car because he's crazy, and while the narrator is recovering, he leaves. But that hasn't stopped Project Mayhem, which seems to be planning something. Something big. Something that includes destroying a franchise coffee bar with the sphere. But during the attack, Bob was shot in the head by a policeman.
You morons. You're running around in ski masks trying to blow things up? What did you think was gonna happen?
A very good question.
Sir, Bob.
But sir, in Project Mayhem, we have no names.
But you just called him Bob.
Tyler had been busy, setting up franchises all over the country.
Okay, I'm gonna use this as proof that the Fight Club is a bad thing. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, that's obvious. But apparently not to everyone, as there are real fight clubs all over the world, because apparently some people, despite loving the movie enough to imitate it, have completely missed the point of what the movie is trying to say. Guys, let me make this clear. Tyler is the bad guy. Granted, he's an awesome bad guy, but he's still the villain. So if you're one of these people who takes part in one of these fight clubs, sleep with something, play sports, eat excessive amounts of meat, just for the love of God, sort your miserable lives out.
Who do you think I am?
You're Mr. Durden.
Holy shit!
Say my name.
Tyler Durden, you fucking freak. What's going on?
Yep, it turns out the narrator and Tyler Durden were actually the same person the whole time, which explains a lot of the plot holes I complained about earlier. To put it simply, this is one of the best twists I have ever seen in a movie. Does it make any logical sense? Nope. No rational human being I know would listen to a guy who they saw beat themselves up. Yes, you have to rely a lot on this guy is seriously messed up in the head, but then again, a lot of the famous twists rely on coincidence. So, I'm totally cool with this. Okay, I kinda love this movie now. Let's hope they don't fuck it up. He finds Marla on the street and tries to convince her that, well, he's crazy.
Tyler, you're the worst thing that ever happened to me.
I refuse to believe that. The narrator tries to confess to the police and tells them Project Mayhem's plan.
I believe the plan is to blow up the headquarters of these credit card companies and the TRW building. If you erase the debt record, then we all go back to zero.
But aren't credit card reports stored on computers, even in 1999? I don't think destroying a few buildings is gonna erase them. When the chief leaves, the narrator is attacked by police officers who are also members of Project Mayhem.
You said if anyone ever interferes with Project Mayhem, even you, we gotta get his balls.
It's useless to fight. It's really a powerful gesture, Mr. Durden. It'll set quite an example.
You people are stupid. Why the hell would someone risk having his balls cut off just to set an example? I'm pretty sure the threat of having your balls cut off is enough to stop people from talking about your little terrorist group.
You're making a big mistake, fellas.
You said you'd say that.
I'm not Tyler Durden.
You told us you'd say that too.
All right, I am Tyler Durden. Listen to me. I'm giving you a direct order. We are aborting this mission right now.
You said you would definitely say that.
You know, guys, this all seems kind of stupid and contrived. The narrator manages to escape and make it to one of the buildings scheduled for demolition, where he finds a van filled with explosives. He disarms it, but Tyler attacks him, and by this point it's starting to get kind of insulting. The narrator knows Tyler isn't real. No human is this messed up. If they were, they would be dead by this point. So the narrator is knocked unconscious and somehow takes himself up to the top of the building and puts a gun in his mouth. I don't know.
I will bring us through this. As always, I will carry you, kicking and screaming, and in the end, you will thank me.
See? Bad guy. Finally, the narrator notices that he's the one holding the gun and threatens to kill himself.
I want you to really listen to me. My eyes are open.
How the hell did shooting himself in the mouth kill Tyler? Was the Tyler part of his personality in his cheek?
Are you all right, sir?
No, you dumb shits, I just shot myself in the mouth! They bring Marla up and she questions what happened.
I'm really okay. Trust me. Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh my god, so many people are dead!
The buildings are empty. Security, maintenance, all our people.
Oh my god, so many people are dead! Yeah, I don't care if you evacuated the buildings. Someone got crushed or suffocated from the smoke. Oh, and why are multiple buildings blowing up if there was only one bomb in the basement? They should be toppling over, not imploding.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
Yeah, I'm going to jail. And possibly losing my balls. Seriously, did they ever resolve that? So the two hold hands as they watch the destruction, the movie flashes a penis at us, and then it ends. So is Fight Club as good as people say? Yes, but just barely. From a production standpoint, this movie is amazing. The direction, acting, cinematography, lighting, and sound design and special effects are fantastic. In terms of writing, though, the social commentary is some of the best I've ever seen, and it does have those two really good characters. And in fact, the story is actually really good for the most part, and the twist, like I said, is one of the best ever. However, the ending sucks. Everything after the twist is filled with stupid characters and kind of forgetting what the movie is supposed to be saying. Also, the main character isn't as likable as the movie wants him to be, but maybe that was the point. As the movie goes on, he starts to get more sympathetic as he becomes more sane, and we're just along for the ride. And that's really what Fight Club is. It's an experience, and a memorable one at that. I can't see myself ever forgetting this movie. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello?
Soon, my friend.
Holy shit, I didn't realize this thing was here. I never took the tag off. Maybe it's advertising. Maybe I'm just putting subtle little product placement in my video.